Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, October 16th, and I am going for my 15-minute walk today. Let's get moving and chatting about current events and what's going on. So, first thing that I want to start with is the 5-alarm fire in the Hampden area that was yesterday. Oh wow, my shoes are tied. I thought I tied these sneakers. So there was a 5-alarm fire yesterday. It started off, as a 3-alarm fire, and I think about 7 o'clock in the morning yesterday, it became 5-alarm. I took 2 pumps of my inhaler so I wouldn't be so winded, but the wind isn't blowing. It's actually nice. I don't know if it's because I got on a coat and a hoodie, but it's actually nice. And I'm in the sun right now. So the 5-alarm fire yesterday, when I was walking, it had been reported that there were 2 people unaccounted for, and then there was a man who was treated on the scene and taken to the hospital. Well, unfortunately, the 2 people that were unaccounted for were found perished in the fire. So we sent up prayers for the family of the 2 people, the man that was sent to the hospital, everybody in the Hampden community, all the people that was displaced, because there was multiple families that were displaced, and it's so sad, very sad. If you would like to donate, the Hampden Community Council has a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and they're called Hampden, HAMPDEN Community Council, and they do have Facebook and Instagram page. I need to put my hood on. I didn't even comb my hair this morning. Put my hood on. In other news, let's see, local news, there is going to be a Baltimore Marathon this weekend. So if you're on the east side of Baltimore City, it is going to be gridlock. I remember when I was still working, and I was doing overtime that Saturday, and I did not know about the marathon, and what was a half an hour to 40-minute drive turned into a 2-hour drive. It was really crazy. And I didn't know a lot about East Side because I was born and raised on the west side of Baltimore. Always lived on the west side of Baltimore City when I lived in the city. So didn't know a lot about East Side. I know a couple of things. I knew I worked over there for sure. And I have a couple of family members. So I know how to get to their houses. But at the time, I was not a true East Baltimorean. So I was in that gridlock for 2 hours. So if you're headed out or have plans this weekend and you don't have to go anywhere near, so I believe it starts at Pratt Street and goes up through Drew Hill Park. And then back over east, and then it ends, I think, on Orleans Street. So you want to kind of stay away from those areas if you can. Now, Drew Hill Park area, that is northwest Baltimore, but it's, and I don't know how many participants in the marathon, so it could be a little dicey over that side of town as well. So just be prepared if you're driving in those areas. Let's see. What else is going on? I brought you a story yesterday about FEMA pausing in North Carolina because of a threat to the FEMA crew, and a militia group was out hunting FEMA crews because they were going door to door. So I did get a location. It's in Rutherford County, North Carolina, and that's about 40 miles from, I think it's pronounced Asheville. So it was up in the mountains near Blue Mountain. So I need to breathe a little bit. So as of yesterday, crews were back out going door to door, helping Helene residents or residents that were affected by Helene. Let's see what else happened. Was that it? Let me pull out my other phone because there were some other things, and that I wanted to talk about. So I have pictures from different sources to back up everything that I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, in Tennessee, a child died. And it turns out it was a prank, actually, that caused the accident. And it was a Halloween attraction in Tennessee. So that was very unfortunate. Yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned yesterday that Baltimore City Police Department was looking for a Ravens fan who attacked two Commander fans. Well, social media is a beast because they were able to identify and locate the Ravens fan. And I don't know if charges are pending, but he is going to lose his job. Apparently he works for an insurance company that has zero tolerance with these type of situations. And I did see the video of the attack. And I know at the end of the attack, he said something about he always win, or we always win, or something to that effect. And unfortunately, he did not win because he actually lost his job. So that was that. I also have been watching the YSL. I'm waiting across the street. So I've been watching the YSL Trail that is going on in Atlanta. And I think today is day 145 or 146 of the trial. And I don't watch it every day, but when I do watch snippets of the trial, all I can say is some of the witnesses who are testifying for the state are characters. Are characters. Good morning. This is my third day that I've passed that gentleman. And the last couple of days when I had on a hoodie and a vest, all he had on was a shirt, but today he has on a jacket. All right, I'm crossing back over. So, yeah, the witnesses for the state, they are characters. From the little Woody to the Montonk. So yesterday, they had an older lady that was in a wheelchair. And they were questioning her about little Woody. I think little Woody is some kind of relations to her, or I think she said her grandchildren. And they were asking her, did he come to her house and back in 2015? And she was like, yes, of course, he came there with my son. So apparently her son is deceased now. And they said, do Woody still come to your house? She said, no, my son isn't there anymore. And the courtroom laughed, of course. Then it was another parent of, I think he is the parent of either someone who was killed. So don't quote me on that, but it was a parent of one of the characters or defendants or victims of the trial. And they were questioning him about a shootout and in the projects of Atlanta. And he said he heard an AKA, and they asked him, how did he know the sound? And he said, because I live in the projects. So I took that to mean that it's a natural occurrence in the projects, hearing the sound of an AK. And is it a rifle or a gun? I'm on an incline. And I don't know anything about that, so I wouldn't know the difference between a 22, a 45, a AK. I think it's a rifle. I'll look it up though, because I don't like to give bad information. Let's see. And what else did I have to talk about? So one last thing, two things. Beyonce, what is it, Sacred? She has hair products. As of yesterday, she now has candles. So that's in the news. And the state's attorney, Ivan Bates, and the ATF Baltimore region did a press conference yesterday in regards to a murder for hire plot. And I think there was some arrests made, but I'll dive into that story a little bit more, because it is now past my 15-minute mark. So I do have to end my video. Let me just take a thumbnail. I may use that one or whichever one YouTube chooses for me, based on the clips that I put in or I insert in each video. All right, guys. Peace and blessings. I love you guys. Once again, thanks for joining me on my 15-minute walk. Peace. Bye.